At least a dozen times per week, I'll read some comments on YouTube and I'm just like, what do you think we're doing here, right? Because a lot of people have a wrong perception of the proper way to detail because they detail their personal vehicles, and they don't realize that when you do this as a business, a lot of those things that you see other people teach or watch on YouTube or TikTok is not the best way to do it when you're actually getting paid to detail vehicles. So in today's video, I want to clarify why some detailers have some unrealistic expectations when it comes to detailing vehicles. And if you are looking to start your detailing business, you can download my free guide down below called the Ultimate Guide to Start Your Detailing Business. It's 100% free. There's over 10,000 words of content to help you start and grow your business. Click the link down below to download it, and let's get started with this video. I think most of us detailers that have our own business started because we enjoy it to some level, right? We like seeing something go from dirty to clean, like cleaning leather seats or cloth seats or the interior. Or we like seeing the paint go from this heavily swirled, hazy looking paint to a swirl-free finish. And I think it's easy to get lost in the sauce, as they say, of only looking through the lens of being a detailer. Because what happens is you start to watch a lot of YouTube videos or a lot of detailers on Instagram or TikTok, and you see them doing these crazy details and doing all these steps to get the best results, and you think like, oh, that's the standard you should work at, and that's how I should operate my business. And you think like, oh, I should always be doing that level of work. But the reality is that there is a distinctive difference between what someone is doing on their personal vehicle as a hobby, as like there's no actual money constraint to it, versus you actually trying to run a business. When you're detailing your personal vehicle, you can do whatever you want to it. If you want to take a whole weekend to just clean the interior, go ahead. If you want to coat the fabric and you want to coat the leather and if you want to coat the glass, by all means. If you want to get a swirl-free finish and you want to wet sand and do a 3-step correction, that's all fine and dandy, more power to you. But if you think you can have that same level of effort in your business without getting paid for it, that's when things start to go wrong. Because the standard you hold or what you want to do when you see someone work on their personal vehicle and you're watching it on YouTube or Instagram is not the same when you're actually trying to put it in a business application and you're getting paid for the time and effort you're putting on that vehicle. But if you're actually doing this as a business, you can't have the same mentality of what you see someone do on their personal vehicle, or they're doing it just for fun or just for the views on YouTube or Instagram, versus what you're doing in your business to actually make money and grow. What you do on a customer's vehicle is 100% based on what the customer is paying for. And I don't mean that you can't go the extra mile here and there and throw in a few favors, but they're just favors. They're just small little things that you're doing. If the customer is only paying you for a wash and wax, but you want to do a 2-step correction and coating on the vehicle, well, guess what? You're not going to do that, because the amount of time and effort you're just giving away for free is not going to be sustainable for you running your business. So whenever you're watching detailers on the internet, make sure you know the kind of business that they operate, right? So like, are they a detailer that's running a detailing business that's getting paid for their services? Or is it a detailer that's getting the views for cleaning the disgusting interiors and exteriors to make money on YouTube or to sell their own product? Now, there's nothing wrong with either. Don't get me wrong. We do both of them over here as well. But the important part is, if you're strictly running a detailing business and you're looking at this detailer that is removing seats, removing carpeting, they're doing these crazy things to get the best results, but are they actually charging that customer for that level of work? Are they charging to get very intricate with the polishing? Are they charging to actually remove the emblems, polish, and then reinstall those emblems? Are they accurately and properly charging the amount that they should for the level of work that they're doing? 98% of the time, I'm gonna say no. I try to be transparent in our videos with our process or what we're charging or the customer that we're dealing with, but there are definitely times when we're recording and I'm like, don't do that, like switch it up, because I don't want to hear I don't want to read the comments, or I don't want people saying anything, just because the perception of what is the right way to detail is far different than what professional detailers actually do to get the results. Because again, being on your personal vehicle and doing whatever you want versus working on a customer's vehicle where there is a financial constraint, there is a time constraint, and there is an expectation to actually meet, that we can't do everything that that other person can. And a lot of times, like, and this is why I stopped doing the ASMR videos way back when, is because it's such a different mentality and approach to how you're actually able to detail vehicles. I'll read comments sometimes of saying, hey, you're supposed to polish after you clay. Why don't you just offer that service? And it's like, well, buddy, if I could offer whatever service and they're gonna pay for it, it would always be a two-step correction, a coating, and a deep interior cleaning that would range between $800 to $1,600. Now, is that a very viable option to most people that just want a clean car? Of course not. So like, there's a very bad perception of people that don't run a business, that they're like, oh, well, why aren't you detailing right? Oh, why are you skipping steps? Oh, that's not the proper way to do things. And it's like, yes, of course, as detailers, we would like to do everything that we can to get the interior, the exterior to the best condition possible. But all of that is limited by what the customer is willing to pay for. Even if you can do it, even if you have the skills, even if you know for 100% certainty that it's going to come out 10 times better if you're able to do the extra steps, if the customer is not paying for that level of work, you can't do it. If you want to do that level of work, make sure you're getting the customers that are able to afford the price for you to put that level of effort into their vehicle. Like right now in the next shop over, we have a Land Rover in for a $1,300 detail. It's getting corrected and coated. Now, would I like to have that kind of service on every single vehicle that comes through? Of course, because we like that service. It's profitable. It's a high ticket. Now, can every person afford $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 worth of detailing services on their vehicle? No, it's not a viable option. It's not something that everyone just like, hey, I want to go get a corrected and coated, right? And even if they could, not many people have the budget to just throw that to their vehicle. So you really have to be clear on your business. Say, hey, look, yeah, you're not going to be able to do every single last thing that you want to do on every single vehicle that comes through your business, and that's fine, right? On your personal vehicle, like if you're running a business, I'm sure you can do whatever you want on your personal vehicle. Go wet sand it, coat it, add some PPF on there. Like, it's totally fine. You can have a blast doing it, but it's very hard to bring that mentality over to the business world of saying, oh, every detail I do is going to be therapeutic. Every detail is going to be satisfying. It's like, no, it's not. Not when you're mobile and you're outside in 104-degree weather and you have 3 hours before the rain comes and then you have to go to the next appointment. All that, it's enjoyable, it's therapeutic, it's satisfying, goes out the window, because now you're doing it strictly as a job to make money, to keep, you know, growing your business and fueling your lifestyle. So it's very difficult to have that personal hobby mentality when you actually start to run your detailing business. But that's gonna end the video right there. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Again, it wasn't to like bash anyone or anything or any style of detailing. It's just to make sure that you clarify, like, okay, there's personal side of detailing and then there is the business side of the detailing, and those two things just need to make sure that they're kept separate so you don't have the wrong expectations of bringing one to the other. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I'll talk to you on the next one.